to Mrs. Sudeshna Chatterjee, the principal of Jannabai. It's been really nice. She's been here way before her time, scheduled time, and thank you, ma'am, for that. We had one seminar last week, and where the focus was more on the IB. And today the focus of this seminar is going to be more on the ISC, which is an extension of the ICSC for the 11th and 12th. I would like to introduce the speaker, Mrs. Sudeshna Chatterjee. She has passed the BA examination from the Retro College, Calcutta, with an honors course in English. She has done her BA with the highest distinction and gold medal from the state of Maharashtra, and has also done the postgraduate diploma in educational management at NMIS, and she's a Master of Science in Sustainable Development from the Sikkim Manipal University. And this is not it. She has been, I think, a learner for life, because she's just finished her MA Education in the University of Mumbai. She has been associated with Jannabai for over now, I think, around 17 years. She started off as a teacher with a choir coordinator, moved up to the head of department English, headmistress, and now finally the principal after becoming a vice principal too. So in her current position, she looks after the ICSC, ISC, NIOS, IGCSC, and the IB curriculum at Jannabai. To her, I think, already long biodata resume, she also has to her credit several publications. She has been also the prescribed reference book on EE, that's Environmental Education for grade 9 and grade 10, which has been published to the Frank Brothers, and has also been a part of the workbook on Environmental Education for 10th Standard ISC. Their association also with British Council, I think, has been going on since quite some years, and she was nominated and selected by the British Council to participate in a one-week seminar entitled Fresh Air in the Classroom, encompassing innovative methods of teaching English literature and English at the Christie College, Oxford in London. And it's been really a pleasurable morning since we've been interacting since the past half an hour, and I would welcome her and hope you enjoy the session. Thank you very much. Please keep your questions. The way we will go about this is that she will first talk and explain about the ISC, and you can reserve your questions and we will have a question answer round after that. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'm very happy to be here. I represent another school set up by a trust of the Bachi community, the National Educational Trust, which must be known to you. And thank Ms. Kavita Anand and Ms. Neha Chedar. After all the wonderful things that Neha has said about me, I am here only in the capacity of a friend, and would be very happy to act as a guide to you parents, because not very long ago we as an institute have gone through the same soul searching as to why not a high school in an environment where junior colleges are the most popular and attractive thing for our students. I am a mother of two, and in working in Jannabai National School now for a long time. I'm from Calcutta, and the educational environment of 24 years ago when I was studying there was very, very different from what I saw happening in the, not the school so much, but in the junior colleges and colleges in the place where I work. And I certainly did not want that kind of a frivolous enjoyment of 2 years by young teenage children who are extremely impressionable and out of the safe quarters of the school that they have known for 13 years, and suddenly given a tremendous amount of time and freedom to do exactly what they wanted. Apart from the fact that this is not a good forum for me to critically analyze the ISC content, neither am I an expert on that. But all I can say is that I was not satisfied with that being the future of education for my own children as they were growing up. And as I also progressed in seniority in my institution by way of position, it became more and more a responsibility for me and accountability to my parent body to see that these children, the academic children, who are being so well groomed, had something worthwhile to go to after their class 10. You are all parents of children who are going through the real drill now. You know how hard they have to work, how high the standard of ICSE education is, and how much effort the school and the parents jointly put in to see that the child really does well. We are a country where we have a culture of acknowledging achievement with marks. That's a practical reality, and there's nothing wrong with that. Our children, after going through this drill or whatever you wish to call it, of the first secondary board examination and whatever else they do after that, anywhere in the world they go, they emerge as the best students. Because they've gone through such a rigorous training and preparation that they are prepared for anything that any university in the world may put before them. My son, who is an ICSE student, went on to do IB, and then he's at present studying in Canada. He has told me that after my ICSE, I have given many examinations, but I have never worked that hard after that. So this is just an example to show you that what our children are going through now and the level to which they are being, pitched. It is not worth giving them a 2-year curriculum after that, which is not at all intellectually challenging, and they have too much time on their hands which they don't know how to use. They go to classrooms that are without teachers. They go to institutions where attendance is not of any importance. Grooming and dressing is not taken care of. Language is not managed. In other words, no one is there to really know you by name, give any value to the family that you come from, or really bother about whether you're coming to school or not and what your results would be at the end of the semester or term. If I as a mother can think that this is not for me, I'm sure as a teacher it becomes more of a responsibility for me what I offer to my students after they have gone through the first board examination. We in Maharashtra, educational institutions have been facing a lot of flack from the state government and the education department, who are all aware of what has been happening through the media. In fact, every one of our schools needs to now open a legal department, it looks like, because through the year, lakhs and lakhs and lakhs of rupees, time and effort is being spent by schools and by associations of schools just to see that no injustice is being done to our students who are non-SSC board students. And this has started a couple of years ago. I understand that there is a question of SSC really surviving the competence and efficiency level of ICSE schools and international curriculum schools, and therefore this must be probably a knee-jerk reaction of the education department to see that SSC schools have an equal footing with all non-SSC board schools, and therefore we have had them at the 11th hour, the last 3 terms, coming up either with the percentile system or the quota and reservation system against the non-SSC students, and as of the last academic year, the best of 5. What the best of 5 means is that if I have appeared for 6 papers, finally the aggregate of my 5 best papers will be seen, and that average will be entered by me for online admissions. This was a privilege given only to SSC students, but the Association of ICSE Schools had to go back to the High Court for the third time in succession, and we got a stay order at the High Court level. The matter is still pending at the Supreme Court because the government of Maharashtra has taken it to the Supreme Court. So ICSE students now, as of now, by a recent notification, do get the best of 5 as well. So in this scenario and many other things that are being sent to us as, government resolutions or doing this and that, which is taking us further and further away from the rules and regulations that we are bound by. We are affiliated to the CISCE, and there are certain rules that we are bound by at the level of the ICSE or at the level of the ISC. We are being taken away from that to adhere to what the Maharashtra government and the Education Department wants us to do. In this scenario, it is very, very essential that the school is able to look after its children from age 3 to age 18. And by having a high school, that is exactly the benefit that you will be getting, that even after the first board exam, the child continues to be in the school for another 2 years, 2 very important years, because of the psychological, emotional and social stage at which a 16-year-old child is. By the time they are 18, they are a little more mature and they are more focused on what they really want to do after that. And I am here today to talk to you about the ISC curriculum which we at Jamnagar ISC School have had since 2007. And I can say that we are completely satisfied for having taken this decision, because now I can boldly say the Maharashtra government and the Education Department can do what they want. If my child does not get admission anywhere else, we have 120 seats in our school to offer them science, commerce or humanities. They don't have to go knocking at doors, they don't have to go to management quota, they don't have to go and grease palms to get admission. They can come back to their own school. That is the prime most benefit that we have had. So we'll go quickly through this 5 or 6 slide presentation that I have, and then any questions I'll be most happy to. A national curriculum run by the Council for School Certificate Examinations based in New Delhi. It is the same council, the same board that runs the ICSE examination. So the level of familiarity for ICSE students is wonderful because it's a natural progression after class 10. Subjects that are chosen by the school can be replicated at the high school level. So it gives a very good sense of comfort to the children, and they are familiar with the subjects that they are being given at the high school level. Intellectually stimulating and challenging curriculum, certainly, if you compare it with certain other curricula that we have been talking about that are offered by the state board. It is a 2-year course. Medium is English except for the second language, and there is a large choice if the child wishes to take a second language. However, that is not mandatory. Private candidates are not allowed to appear for the ISC, just as in the ICSE.